Okay, so for today's worksheet, we're working on solving each equation for the indicated variable. Okay, so basically what that means is we're going to have an equation with lots of variables in them, and we need to solve for a particular one. Okay, so if I tell you something like this, g equals 6x, okay, and they want us to solve for x, okay, what that means is I need to get this x by itself, okay, so if I have 6 times x, I need to undo that, so I'm going to divide both sides by 6, just as if it was a number on both sides of the equation, okay? Nothing changes here. You just go about solving equations. Those 6's go away, and that'll leave you with x equals. You can't combine these. You don't have any way to take that to a number, so you just rewrite it as g over 6. And that is your answer. Okay, so you're just rearranging. This is also known as just rearrange the equation. Okay, so let's look at another example, one that's maybe a little more challenging. Negative 3x plus 2c equals negative 3, and again they want us to solve for x. Okay, so this is the one I'm focusing on. Again, I'm going to go back to that whole sad MEP we talked about yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to start with subtraction or addition. I have this whole term that is falling into addition and subtraction. So I'm going to do the opposite of add 2c, and I'm going to subtract 2c. Okay, those go away. 2c minus 2c is still 0, and that'll leave me with just negative 3x equals. These two things cannot be combined. I cannot mush them together. It does not work. It is not a real thing. They are not like terms, okay? So these are not what we call like terms. Okay, so we can't combine them. So we just rewrite them as negative 2c minus 3. Also, either one of those options is fine. I just like the variable in front, okay? These two things mean the same thing. Now I need to get rid of the negative 3. So I have negative 3 times x. So I'm going to divide everything by negative 3. Okay, you don't have to show both. You just have to do one or the other, but those ones go away. X equals, we do what I call the heart method. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. And then negative 2c over negative 3. The two negatives make a positive. 2 over 3, it can't be simplified. It can't be anything. So we just rewrite it as 2/3 c. Same idea over here. Those go away. X is equal to. Can't do anything with that. So it's just 2 over 3 c. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. That's a lie. Positive 1. Okay, so either of these would be correct. I don't care which one you would go with. Okay. We'll do one more example. Let's look at u equals a k over b. There, that looks more like a U and less like an A. And they want us to solve for A. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is start moving things away from A. So I'm going to go over to my SAD map. And I'm going to say, do I have any addition or subtraction? Not even existent here. I do have some multiplication and division, though. Actually, I have both. Start with the one that isn't grouped. Remember, this fraction bar sticks those inside parentheses. Okay, so that means we have this and we have parentheses going on. Parentheses are done last. So I'm going to deal with my division. The opposite of divide is going to be multiply both sides by b. The b on the bottom and the b on the top cancel out the same way they would if they were numbers. Nothing changes. I know they're letters, but it's okay. They're letters that stand for numbers. So if they're the identical number on the top and on the bottom, they cancel out. So that leaves us with b times u on this side. We can't combine those. They just rewrite them. Equals a k. All right. Now that this fraction, or the bottom half, is gone, those parentheses go away. We don't need them anymore. So now we can get rid of the k that's with our a and get a completely alone. So I have a times k. I want to get rid of k. So I'm going to do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. Those go away. A is going to be equal to bu over k. And that is it. That is all we can do. That is your answer, okay? All right, you are working through this worksheet that I gave you. I've done some of the problems on here. All right, call me over if you need help. I know this stuff gets confusing with the letters when you don't have numbers involved, okay?